Well, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me here on YouTube, and I want to thank everyone for all their feedback and emails that they sent to support@cashflowoptions.com.au. If you have any feedback or anything you would like us to cover or something we're doing well, please let us know using that email. So, the overall market, what is happening? Well, we are in bullish opening range mode right now. We have had a little bit of a pullback. We're still above the 21 EMA, so that's relatively strong. If we look at the futures market right now, not really telling us a lot, fairly flat. So we will see what happens. We're going to reset our opening range on Friday from Friday's price action, the high and the low, and then we'll have a new opening range on Monday. So that will give us more of a clearer indication. Right now, though, we are at extreme greed. When you look at the fear greed index, we are certainly in the greed section well and truly. People are a little bit bullish coming to the last part of the year, and tends to be when you get a lot of people bullish, the opposite happens, right? So we need to be mindful of that as well. If we look at the overall workspace, we can see as we speak, looking at this right now, where all the major indexes are above the 21 EMA, again supporting short-term bullishness. When we look at the sectors, drill down from the indexes into the sectors, we can see the two largest sectors right now, XLK and XLF, are both above the 21 EMA, as are most of the sectors that we track, except for biotech. So still, bullishness there at this stage, trading what we see and not what we think. We have some important retail figures coming out right now. A little bit of a bull flag forming there on XRT, which is retail. So if we look here at economic news that's coming out here with Econo Day, we can see retail sales are coming out an hour before the market opens. So this will be very important. We will see what the consensus is there, and we'll see whether the market reacts to that. But certainly for today's trading action, that will be the focus just prior to the market opening. We've got home starts on Wednesday, petroleum status report, the Fed balance sheet on Thursday, and jobless claims and the Fed manufacturing index on Thursday, right? So not a huge economic news week, but just a couple of things to keep an eye on. If we look at Bitcoin right now, we have had a pretty decent move down, right, from all-time highs there of 69,000 even, as high as how as we have ever been. We've now moved all the way down to 59,000, or just below 60, should I say. Using the 50-day moving average as a support level right now, we'll see whether that holds or whether it doesn't. But some of that is due to Mt. Gox. Now, Mt. Gox was a Bitcoin exchange based in Tokyo, Japan. In 2014, it was handling 70 to 80% of all Bitcoin transactions worldwide. Then in February 2014, Mt. Gox suspended trading, closed its websites, its exchange services, and filed for bankruptcy protection from creditors. Mt. Gox announced that approximately 850,000 Bitcoin belonging to customers and the company were missing and likely stolen. An amount valued at more than 500 million at the time, when Bitcoin was around $700 a coin. Right now, as you just saw, we're sitting at around just below 60,000. Right now, what's happening with this Mt. Gox story, disaster, whatever you want to call it, 200,000 Bitcoin have since been found. The reason for the disappearance, theft, fraud, mismanagement, or a combination of these, it's unclear, right? There's still further investigations going on. However, what we're talking about here is 141,686 Bitcoin will be distributed in 4 days' time on the 20th of November. The smart money knows this. They are shorting the Bitcoin futures ETF as we speak, making money with Bitcoin going down as a result of these Bitcoin hitting the market. And this is part of the reason, right? The other reason why Bitcoin is down is everyone thinks thinks it's going up. When everyone thinks it's going up, you're likely to see the opposite, right? Like Jesse Livermore said, one of the greatest traders of all time, the father of momentum trading. The stock market is designed to cause the most pain to most investors most of the time. And that's what we're seeing right now, right? If you have a leveraged position with Bitcoin, you borrowed money to buy Bitcoin, you may be forced to sell at these levels or add additional cash. This is where you knock out the weak hands, if you like, right? These are whales games that are going on, the big traders playing games right now, and happy to ride this out. Anyway, that's what's happening there. So as far as something you could look for now, we have a whole range of winning positions on as we speak, but Facebook, moving into the metaverse or meta platforms, as it we called, new ticker symbol MRVS soon. We have sold the 330 strike put option, which I spoke to you guys about last week. Let's have a look at Facebook. You can see that's had a nice bounce there, sitting at 347. So, we received a nice premium, $928 for every option that we sold. We want to buy the stock. We agreed to buy it at 330. If it does move below there come expiry, the 17th of December, then we'll buy it, and we're happy to buy it at that price. If it stays above, we keep the money and we don't buy the stock. So anyway, that one's looking very good. Another one that we had on was MU. This is one that we spoke about with everyone here as well, Micron Technology. We've agreed to buy it at 67.50. So let's have a look at that on the chart. We've agreed to buy it all the way down here at 67.50. We've now had a very nice move since then, and that trade is looking very good. Nothing really to do there. So let me just speak to you about a position that you could potentially entertain, or just something that I'm looking at. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. This is just what I'm doing, and it's for education purposes only. So let's have a look at PINS, P-I-N-S, Pinterest. Now, if we have a look at this company and we go to statistics here on Yahoo Finance, we look at our return on equity, just above that 15% that I like. Revenue, they've booked 2.44 billion. Quarterly revenue growth year over year, 43%, very nice. Their total cash, 2.31 billion, well above their total debt. So, a lot of cash to be able to service the debt, to be able to expand into new projects, whatever's needed. So I like that. 77% of the shares are owned by institutions. That's a good thing as well. If we click on analysis, we can see here the last 4 quarters, they've beaten sales growth estimates, and the last 4 quarters in a row, they have beat earnings estimates as well. If we have a look down here, this is important, growth, right? The growth rate of the company. How much are they growing their earnings? What's the forecasted earnings growth for the company? Well, have a look down here. Next 5 years, per annum, 49.3%. That is fantastic, right? Anything in the double digits is solid. So to have something of almost a 50% per annum growth rate is through the roof. If we look here at the financials, okay, you can see here the breakdown of the revenue. You can see from 2017 to now, look at the huge increase in revenue. Just fantastic. If we look at the balance sheet, look at the total assets here, right, compared to the total liabilities. Right, we're talking almost a 6x in the 6x. What am I talking about? It's more than a 6x. We're talking like almost an 8x, 8 times as much total assets as total liabilities. So this is a very fundamentally sound company. Has it been hit recently with a big move down? Where's my charts? Here it is. Now we look at this here. Okay, so yes, we've had a big move down, right? I think that 44 level will hold, and we will move higher from here. If we had a quick look here at pins, when we look at FinViz, and we scroll down the bottom, you can see that the target price of the analysts is 62.21. So significantly above where we are now. So I think this is a massively undervalued stock for the price that we're seeing right now, just under $48. I think it's a buying opportunity. You could sell some cash secured put options, say at 45, looking to buy the stock at 45. And it's got a gap to fill as well. Look at that gap. Most often stocks will come up to fill their gap. That's sitting there around 57, 58. So, I like this stock going forward, and this could be something that you look to get into for it to have a significant move to the upside, right? So, you could do something aggressive like buy the Delta 60/70 call option, say going out to January 2023. You could set up a vertical debit spread where you say sell the 55, buy the 50, right? Out of the money vertical spread, quite bullish, quite aggressive. That's another way of doing it. You could sell a cash secured put option at 45. There's several different ways that you could tackle that one, but I do like that one going forward, right? Now, the other one that I do like that you may want to have a look at, all my Facebook subscribers, would be, let's have a look. In fact, I'll look at it on this chart. I think that's better. Look at here on TradingView. PayPal, right? So PayPal has had a big move down, no doubt about that. We know that it was just over $300 and now it just bounced off 200. It's had a big move down. It's got a gap to fill as well. So keep in mind it's got a gap to fill on the daily chart. That's probably where it's going. Now, this company, if you want to have a look at the financials of this company, let's have a look at it just here on FinViz. So the analyst target for PayPal is $288.75, so significantly above where we are now. It's a big move from where we are now. So I like that. Now, as far as the fundamentals go, let's have a look at PayPal. Okay, so if we go to PayPal and we click on statistics, return on equity, 24.3%, fantastic. Revenue booked 24.57 billion, very nice. The quarterly revenue growth year over year, 13.2%, excellent. Quarterly earnings growth, a little bit below that 15, I like it, 6.5. Look at the cash, that's a lot of cash, 13.29 billion compared to their total debt of 9.7 billion, so that's nice. 82% of institutions own this company as well. If we click on the analysis, we can see that the next 5 years earnings growth is over 20%. So I think this is a very attractive price to be able to get PayPal. And look at the price to earnings, the PEG ratio, 1.75. 1.76. Very attractive. What does that tell me? That tells me that I'm not paying too much for the forecasted earnings growth in the company, right? This is a great time to buy PayPal now, right? So again, several different ways you could do it. Buy the Delta 60 call option going out to the 20th of January 2023. You could sell some cash secured put options at 200. That would be good as well. You could do a combination of the two, right? Buy the call, sell the put. But I like PayPal to the upside, right? So keep that in mind as well. Everyone there in YouTube, and there are a couple of new trades that we're looking at. So keep an eye on that. We'll be keeping an eye on Bitcoin as well, obviously, going forward with that story that I just told you about, which is significant. And we'll see whether it holds the 50-day moving average, which at this point it is. All right, my friends, I hope you found that useful. We will talk again next week. And, if you ever want any information on how to become a member with CFO, make sure you send an email to support@cashflowoptions.com.au. And also keep in mind that on the 23rd of this month, I'm going to be releasing the Money Wheel program. This is going to be powerful. You guys are going to love this. I'm going to be presenting it on the 23rd, and it's something that you don't want to miss. So if you want to attend that, make sure you send an email to support@cashflowoptions.com.au. The Money Wheel strategy helped one of our members, Michael, make $5.5 million in 1 year and 1 year and 10 months. 1 year and 10 months, he turned a $240,000 account into $5.5 million. right? So he grew his account, didn't make 5.5 million, but he turned it from 240,000 US to 5.5 million US. I'm going to show you exactly how he did that following my money wheel strategy. You guys are going to love this. Look forward to talking to you guys again next week, and I'll see you on the 23rd. Send an email to support@cashflowoptions.com.au now. We'll get you registered for that, and you can attend. You guys don't want to miss that. Money wheel strategy is going to be huge. A lot of people asking me about that, and I'm ready to present it to you on the 23rd. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll talk to you again next week. All the best, and bye for now.